everybody's going to want to hear what this product has done for yourselves or for maybe your one customer that's just been blown away by this. I think it's really important for everybody to hear that. But I'm going to park it here and we'll go around. Well, maybe we'll start it this way because Annika, the girl that's the first person here, just signed up 20 minutes ago. So, oh, and we're not going to start with Diane either because she looks like. Okay, who wants to start?
Tracy.
Tracy was my very first distributor. She was the first person I signed up. So Tracy, let's hear from you. Because your mom's is pretty impressive too.
The testimony?
Yeah.
My mom? Yeah. No, I was actually looking for something for my mom because she was showing signs of like memory loss and frustration and aggravation, and she just got frustrated easy, and she just kept saying her brain wasn't working right. And so I've been at a loss for the last couple of years a little bit. And so when somebody asked me to take a look at it, I thought, well, I wonder if this would help my mom. So then I started researching that, and I've kind of someone who researches a ton.
Sorry, just kidding.
And I saw lots of testimonials, and I found some great videos. If you know anyone else who's suffering from the same thing, I can share those videos with you. But and it gave me hope. And so since my mom's been taking it, she has just her mood is better. Like she used to get really frustrated because she would forget what she had to say, you know, what was going to say and stuff. And so now she's just calmer. She used to cry a lot. She's not crying anymore. At Christmas time, we played a game called Sequence, and she was very frustrated, not understanding, forgetting to pick up her card. And we played at Easter, and she had no problem. So it was just such a wonderful feeling. And so I'm grateful for that because she has definitely improved a lot. I noticed for myself, like the first when something came over, and I tried it, within 2 hours, I felt a sense of calmness that I've never felt because I've always had a bit of generalized anxiety. And I suffered postpartum twice, so I know what that kind of feels like. So when I felt that feeling, I'm like, wow, is this what everyone else feels like all their life? And so for me, it's just a calming sensation. And yeah, it's been wonderful for us. Awesome. Kevin, you'll have to go ahead.
Yes, yeah. I'm Kevin, Tracy's husband. Yeah, like I said, for mom, it's been that's been amazing. For me, it's been similar to Tracy, kind of just a sense of calmness. It's I'm a bit of an over-analyzer kind of thing. That's kind of the way I'm wired. And yeah, and so I tend to worry about things. Just always, mine's always like I'm always Googling in my mind almost, but it's taken away that bit of anxiousness and the over-analysis. So it's been great for me.
Awesome. Okay, Brad.
Brad, yeah. Okay. Well, personally, for myself, I just started a week and a half ago. Had sort of chronic pain in my hip, down my leg from an old injury.
Yeah.
I've done physio and all the, stuff for it, but still had the pain. So I've noticed I had it a lot at night. If I slept on that side, I'd wake up due to the pain in the leg. That's really disappeared for me, which has been, kind of amazing because I've always avoided taking Advil and all the painkillers. When I did take them, I'd sleep, but I just didn't want to take it because I thought it would be long-term issues, right, health-wise. The other testimonial, I think that I'll let Kim speak to her own personal experience, but her mom started taking it, and she has
about a week and a half ago.
Yeah, and she's got tremors, like she shakes.
Yeah.
So if she was going to pass you a cup of coffee, she would shake so bad that when she drank her own coffee in the morning, she'd have to hold 2 hands to drink her coffee.
She couldn't eat soup.
Couldn't eat soup herself. She's been taking it for a week and a bit, and she says it's amazing. Like she couldn't even do. She likes to do puzzles. She had to give up doing puzzles because she couldn't place a puzzle piece, and her tremors have improved so much that she can do puzzles now. She can hold a coffee cup in the morning herself. She can hold things on a spoon. So yeah, I mean.
And to add to that, she was a terrible sleeper. Terrible. If my mom slept 4 to 6 hours a night, that was a great sleep. And then if that was a good sleep, she wouldn't sleep the night after.
Mm-hmm.
She's sleeping now for 7 or 8 hours solid.
That's me too.
So it's really
Weeks
helping her
straight.
sleep.
Yeah, it's been pretty amazing actually. Yeah.
It's awesome.
So
Thank
Right,
you.
my name's Shannon Cuban, and hello, you guys. My team, a lot of my team is watching right now.
Can I just quickly wait before you go any further? I just have to this chick is amazing. You had how many signups last month? 20.
I've had about 35 in total.
wow.
So yeah, I just want to commend her on that. She was on the leaderboard, guys, so that was a huge big deal. So yay, Charlie. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but I
That's
kind of did.
okay. So I've known about CBD for about a year now, but I just didn't think we had our hands on it. First, all 50 states have to get it, and then it'll come here to Canada. And I didn't realize that we could really start selling it and making money with it. And when Cynthia added me to her hemp page, you know, like it, she asked me to like it, and I was like, what is Cyn doing? She's got her hands on CBD. I am in, because I'm a health coach, so I've got, you know, I'm following in the health industry, so I know how much this is going to help a lot of people. I don't have any ailments, but I know a lot of people who do, so.
Huge. Awesome.
Hi, I'm Jason Patterson. That's my wife Paula. We're friends of Kim and Brad, and I'm not on the product, but I'm actually got to come this week, and just because I suffer from severe gout attacks too, and I know it's got some anti-inflammatory, so I currently take a Uloric every day, and I just want to get rid of that. And my wife's got me training for half Ironman now, and I want to go for a run. I'm just turned 45. My joints,
Wow.
everything hurts, so I'm really hoping that this is going to help the situation. And I know Kim's been on it with chronic back pain, but I'll let her tell you about that.
So
Thanks.
I've been on it now for over a month and joined a couple weeks ago. I can't believe how much it's helped my back. I started suffering with back pain probably in my mid-30s. I'm now almost 50, and it was just it was getting worse. It was chronic. So I've been to my physician, sports doctors, athletic therapists. I've pretty much done everything, and I had almost given up on working out because my back would go out. When my back goes out, I'm in bed for sometimes a week. I can't get out of bed. So I started taking this within the first hour. I said to Brad, this just can't be. My pain is like it, and my back wasn't out, but I always have this aggravated. It was almost like a pinching feeling in my back. It was gone, and I haven't had any pain since. So it's pretty amazing.
And you felt that within the first hour.
First hour.
That's crazy.
Which is why she wanted to get involved in this whole thing. It wasn't about anything other than
Yeah.
this
It's not about the money for for half the people. It's not. It's just we have something now that the world needs to know about, and we need to not keep quiet about it, right? I mean,
exactly. It needs to
it's
be.
huge when it
People
comes
need
to
to know
people.
about it. They do.
Yeah.
If it works for Kim for 50% of the people, people need to know.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they absolutely need to try it.
Yeah, so I'm really impressed. I was worried every time I went somewhere and slept in a bed that wasn't, the right mattress for my back. Now it doesn't matter. The pain is gone. So it's pretty amazing.
It's awesome to hear that. Okay,
And I heard about it through Kevin.
Yeah.
Good job, Kevin, spreading the word. What was your name?
This is Corey.
Oh, Corey. Hi, Corey. Okay, so what we're doing is just sharing when we started and any testimonial you might have.
Okay, so Tracy introduced me to it. I started back in late January, I think. More for me, struggling with sleep and kind of tenseness and with anxiety. So I definitely feel calmer, I've kind of gone up and down because I've struggled with getting the right dosage, I think. At one point, I think I was taking too much, and then I was actually kind of just almost a heavy feeling of needed to get going for the day. But I felt calm, definitely felt calm. And I'm also waiting for my second hip replacement from osteoarthritis, and that's end of May. So I'm hoping this, like, and I had a cortisone shot actually in October, so that's 5 months, and it's a 2 to 6 month help, and I'm so far doing pretty darn good, and I think this might be helping, I'm hoping. Plus I'm hoping it'll help recovery after, so, yeah. And then I'm also hoping it'll help my daughter with some anxiety and issues like that.
Is she on it yet?
She is, but it's getting her that she's not really fond of it, to be honest, and it's getting her to be consistent. So I think
Is it like the flavor of it?
flavor. Yeah,
So are you
peppermint.
taking? It's a peppermint. Oh, some
Yeah.
people just don't like peppermint.
Well, no.
Oh.
I think
I love the peppermint. It tastes like. Doesn't it taste like chocolate and peppermint? Like it tastes an afterate. Yeah.
I was saying to Tracy, I think the 750 has a more pepperminty, stronger sweet flavor.
It does.
Oh,
Ours does
mine is
anyways.
not. I'm like, what are you guys talking about?
Did you notice a difference?
Do you shake it? If
I
you
have a 500. Yeah.
Because it tastes
It's
kind of
not-
like the oil, right? You can
Yeah.
taste the oil.
Yeah, the 750 is a bit stronger. You're right.
It
That's
totally
true,
tastes more
because
peppermint. I was like,
it's a bit
It's a little
whoa.
stronger.
The 500 just tastes kind of normal, which is a little bit of peppermint, but there's a strong peppermint flavor for the 750.
I was sitting here thinking, maybe they sent the wrong one. It's labeled wrong because mine is not peppermint.
Yeah.
No, the
At
500 is
all?
not very much.
Barely.
Just a little bit.
Barely.
Sadly, my 750 got knocked over by my cat.
Oh, that happened to us with two. One 500, half of it spilled. And then as I'm yelling at my son 2 days later, I spilled a 750. I'm like, oh god. Liquid daisies.
So anyway, but that's okay. So we're going with the 500 for now till we're.
Yeah.
So, you know, I did notice, I thought she was more chatty actually after starting.
After taking it?
Yeah.
Honestly, I think anxiety and sleep were the two, and pain. But anxiety, honestly, is probably the most that I hear about over anything else. Because it is something that it's so, like Tracy said, that sense of calmness is instant. And most people, I mean, I've got team members that are off their medication altogether.
That's awesome.
Which, you know, we're disclaimer, well, we don't have to disclaimer in our private group, I think we're all good, but, you know, the whole FDA thing, we have to be careful what we say it will and will not do. Okay, Diane, do you want to sit down over here?
I have something to add.
What's that?
I'm hiding. I'm good.
Give us something to add.
I have something to add. My son, I put him on it. So that's just, when did we start? A couple days ago?
Yeah, for 3 days.
Our son is ADHD, and he's obviously suffers from anxiety, so we'll see. We just started him, like I said.
Okay.
And I'm sleeping great.
That's awesome. And Paula?
Well, I haven't started yet. I ordered some from Tim, so I signed up last week, and so I'm excited to try it. I don't have any pain, but I would love to sleep a little bit better, and just after hearing everything she said, I was excited to try it. And I do a lot of running and marathons, and I'm always training for something, and I'm finding as I'm getting older, it's just becoming so hard to recover. So I hope that taking this
Recovery is fast afterwards,
it's just, I feel like I get up in the morning and walking down the stairs is hard. So I would like to just get up in the morning and go down the stairs a little easier, and you know, that would be awesome. So yeah, that'd be
Awesome.
good. Yeah.
So I'm Brianne. I've been using the product for about a week now. I've suffered from severe depression and anxiety for years, since early high school, even before that. And I've already noticed like such relief, and I'm just starting to take it. So just working my way up, I know it's gonna completely, I'll just be feeling so much better. And actually at the beginning of the week, last week, I dislocated my shoulder. I'm a flight attendant, so I work about 15, 16-hour days, and I couldn't get into the chiropractor for about 3 days after. So I actually put some of the relief cream on, and it got me through my 2 16-hour shifts.
Wow.
And it was like the best feeling ever. Yeah.
Okay. Kristen, what we're doing is going around the room, introducing ourselves, and just if you have a testimony to share. I know you're just recently on it yourself too.
Yeah, I haven't been on it too long, but so far so good. I like it. Sleep for me, it's been good.
Yeah, sleep is the biggest thing, yeah. Okay, Diane. Diane actually started with the sprays though, right? You signed up and she was, Diane and I think I've got 2 other people that started on that My Daily Choice sprays before the CBD oil. Have you even got your CBD yet?
Not yet.
Oh,
My
okay.
I'm
So
Diane.
that's-
I'm one of Cynthia's stalkers / followers. Not stalkers. Love stalkers.
She joins
Cynthia.
me in everything.
I join her in everything. Since what? How old is your daughter?
16.
It's about that long.
Yeah.
The sleep really helps. I spray it 6 times out like a light. It's amazing. And then I use the brain.
She's talking about the sprays, by the way.
Yeah, I'm using the sprays. I find that in the mornings, I try to spray the brain, and there's one more.
Boost?
That's it.
Yeah.
Wow. I really like it, but I'm excited to try the HempWorx for my dog mostly. For me, but for my dog, he's 14 years old.
Oh, good.
And he's got joint issues, and I just, you know what, I'm not ready to let him go, you know, and so I've read, and it's supposed to work for these dogs.
Amazing testimonies.
So
there
I
with the
want
dogs, yeah.
Blackjack to get on that as soon as I can, and that's my biggest thing is for Blackjack to,
Yeah.
and obviously for me, but I'm thinking about him right now.
Sure.
He's gonna be 14 in July, and I want him to push 20 if he can. Why not?
There we go. Hey, you never know.
That's my biggest
Yeah.
thing.
Are the dog treats are not available in Canada, right?
Yeah, they are. I ordered
Oh,
them.
are they? Okay, no, I just
We
wasn't sure.
can't.
They have
well,
treats
we can't,
and
the way that
oil.
it works is we can't get it on like when you first sign up, you can't get that on the director pack. So you can get the 2 oils. But if you order outside of that, Shannon, didn't you do that? You ordered didn't you get the treats? Or is it just the oil you got?
No, there's no treats here in Canada yet.
No,
What?
there
I
are.
ordered
Yeah,
them
you
because
can.
Oh, we
So-
get the treats.
so
You
check-
get 1 oil, 1 treat.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I didn't get it yet.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's awesome. So keep that in mind, but we can't do that on the initial sign up. So that's not included in the director pack. But it is if you do the just the 2 of those together in a pack. Yeah. Okay, so now we're gonna come around this way. Switch over there. You're not a stalker for real. Come on. Just a friend. Okay.
My name's Anika, and I signed up with Melissa literally an hour ago. I've been talking with her about it for a while, and I'm super excited to start. And like Diane, I'm super excited to see what it does for my dog because she's 17 years old, and she's in her kennel all day. And when she gets out, like, she can't even make it to the door to go to the bathroom. Like, it's just awful. Like, and my mom's like, I don't even think she's gonna last another year. So I just want to see, like, if it'll actually be something for my dog, so.
Awesome.
I'm Melissa. I signed up with Cynthia about a month ago, just over a month ago. I've been using the oils on myself for 2 weeks, and my sleep is so much better. I actually work till 12:30 every night usually during the week, and I'm up every morning at 6. So I only sleep like 5 hours a night, and I was exhausted all day. And now I've just noticed that I've been getting like better sleeps. So I still sleep for the same amount of time because I have my alarm waking me up every morning, but my sleep is so much better. And then I use the relief on my daughter for her eczema, and it's like all gone. And she had the molluscum spots where it's like, it almost looks like a pimple.
Yeah.
And those are all gone too. Yeah, so those are what
That's the
I've
relief
noticed was
cream
so
you
much
used
better.
on that?
Yeah, she
Yep.
has pictures. She has before and
Yeah.
after pictures. They're
I can
amazing.
post them. She's gonna be 3 in a month.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there an age limitation? Like I have a person who's about a 3-month-old who has an age limit.
You know what? I mean, that's something that we're not allowed to state whether or not you can use it on an infant. So it would be a matter of the parent making that decision on their own. But I mean, if you look in the testimonial group, there's people using it on babies.
On pregnant.
And it's pregnant women using it, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
My name is Janine Youngworth, and I signed up, I guess, in January with Cynthia. So Cynthia and I used to do NorWex together long time ago.
Way back.
Way back.
Way back, even before Diane started doing NorWex with Cynthia.
So obviously when she contacted me, she knew I was into health, and so I'm kind of like, I forget your name behind Shannon. Yeah, Corey. Hi, Corey. So I'm kind of like you, very sensitive. So I've been playing with the dosages, and I haven't really been taking it in the last week or so because I feel like it's making my appetite increase. I don't like that.
What? Really? That's weird. It's
They
really
say it
the
does do that
opposite.
for some people.
Yeah, so I'm not happy with that. So we'll see. I decided to take a break. I'm actually fasting right now, so I'm just gonna see if I can reset my body and then I'll go back to it.
Okay.
And maybe even while I'm fasting, I might take it before I go to sleep because I really did notice a difference with my sleep.
Can you
But then
share
it seemed like it tapered off, so I don't know if I need to increase it.
Can you share the testimony? She's the one I was telling you about
Oh.
that with the doctor. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna keep it short. Cool's notes. I have a herbalist that I bring in from Regina. Actually, the founder of the method is Shote. He's actually in Selkirk, Manitoba. I had him when he came test me because he can muscle test and tell you how good something is for you. And he said, when I messaged him right away. I'm like, well, I'm telling Kent about this because if he believes in something, he runs full bore. And he said, I've been playing with CBD oils. And he said, nothing tests better than 70%. And he said, that's not good enough for me. Because he said, that means 30% not good for you. And so he said, well, when I come, I'll check it out. So he ended up testing 90% for me and testing 90% for himself. Now, nothing tests 100% ever because we have toxins in our environments. Like, even if it's non-GMO and organic, there's still stuff floating around. So so he was very impressed with that. He tested me for dosage and that kind of thing as well. So
Because you got the herx, like you had a reaction at first, right? Like you said you weren't feeling well at first, so you had to bring it down.
Yeah,
from 5
like I
to 2.
started with 3 drops, which sounds ridiculous because it's hardly anything of the 500 milligram. And I noticed a calm right away. First time I took it, I was just like, whoa, that's weird. Like right away, like within probably 30 seconds, I noticed it. But I'm very sensitive that way. And then I increased it to 5 drops, which like, wow. Like, I'm hearing people taking droppers full, and I'm like, I increased it to 5 drops, and my body just didn't like it. I don't know. I can't even describe how I felt. I'm very in tune with my moods. I've had anxiety and depression and stuff throughout my whole life, like since teens probably. So, yeah. So anyway, so I'm going to continue to play with it.
Yeah.
I know there's benefits and
absolutely
and all of that.
And you're probably more sensitive, like you said. You have been sugar-free for.
I'm in my 3rd year of being sugar-free. Yeah.
Which is huge too, right? I mean, you have less inflammation than the average person right there.
Yeah.
So feeding less organisms to the body, like a lot of organisms feed off sugar, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, so I just may not need that high of a dose.
Yeah.
Really, so we'll see. But I'm gonna finish the fast and then
start over again.
Finish
your reset and then
reset
see
it.
how it goes
Yeah.
after that. Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, Wendy.
So yeah, I'm Wendy Terry, and Janine has gotten me into this, as she does whenever she sees something really good. So I'm just waiting for my product, and I am from England. Right. So I hope to be able to take it over there.
Oh, you mean you're in?
I did not tell you that. Yeah.
You did not. Oh, we have somebody that came all the way from England. So that you're going back, like you're not.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
What part of England?
Cornwall.
Okay, yeah, because we were there for a wedding in Chester.
Oh yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah, we love it over there.
Huh. Well, welcome. Huge welcome. If I had an award to give for the person that came you'd be the winner. I thought it was Janine. Janine's all the way
There's
here
a lot
from
of depression over there, I'll tell you that.
Oh yeah, well with those rainy skies.
Yeah.
Okay, Holly.
I'm Holly. I've been on the product since probably mid 20th, maybe 20th of February or so. And I'm gonna say I feel really bad here. I don't really feel that I've had any change. Maybe a little bit of calm. Maybe my sleep's a little bit better, but it's not consistent enough to say anything.
And how much are you taking?
I take 10 to 12 drops of the 750.
Oh. Really, and nothing at all. And so,
Nothing
is it
significant.
are you taking it for pain or anything like that? Or?
I'm going to say several things. I'm going to say pain is a huge part of it.
Yeah.
And sleep too. I really would like to sleep better.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say I think it's better, but again, it's not consistent
Right.
enough to
Keep
for
up
me to,
with it.
for me to swear by it.
Yeah. My mom was the same way. She was probably about 3 weeks. Like I kept saying, "Holy, I can't believe how I'm sleeping. It's crazy." Because I used to be anywhere from 2 to 5 hours, like max 5 hours, and I was lucky. And then I wouldn't sleep the next night. Same thing. Like I big time insomniac. And now I sleep anywhere from 7 to 9 hours a night. So when I was telling her that, she's like, "Well, why is it not working for me?" And it took probably 3.5 weeks, maybe even a month for her. And now she's like, wow, I know it, like it's consistent. Like I sleep so much better, but it's not going to be immediate for everybody. So stick with it. And honestly, you should notice a difference.
I'm hoping.
Yeah.
Are you just taking it in the evening, or are you taking?
I take 10 in the morning, and 10 or 12 in the morning, and 10 or 12 at night.
So a lot of people, yeah, in the testimonies page for pain take more than that, right? Like for myself, I only take 5 drops of the 500 in the morning and at night, and that's enough for me, for sure.
Yeah, well,
everyone's different. Everyone's different.
And I have a doctor that I signed up in California, and he is on, I don't remember if it's 3 times or 5 times the amount of painkillers, like his doctors he goes to prescribes him 3 to 5 times what an average patient would need, because his pain is so significant. And I think he's in his, he's probably watching this, so yeah, I think he's in his 70s. Doesn't look like it. He's like in amazing shape and just an amazing guy, but his pain is so intolerable. So my mom actually brought it to him because she lives in California. She brought it to him and said, just try it. And he said, I've tried like 5 other CBDs and I know it's supposed to work, but it doesn't work for me. So she said, well, just see, this is that. So she gave him a bottle of the 750. Well, he takes 3 droppers morning and night. So 60 drops morning and night. And he swears by it. He signed up for the executive pack and bought the 12. He's like, nothing has ever taken my pain away like this. And then he was telling me all about his wife too. She has an issue with the discs in her back, and she said that she's just blown away by what it's done for her too. She'd have to get epidurals in her back. So she had gotten the last time she had an epidural, I think it was, I think he said it was like 3 months before or something. So it lasts on average about once every 3 months. She has to go because it's gotten so bad. And she did something and she threw her back out. And so he said, well, you should be taking it too. Like obviously, you're obviously in a lot of pain too. Maybe it's going to help you. So she took it, and almost immediately she felt relief. I don't know how much she was taking. And within, he said after 3 days, she has 0 pain. And she can't go pain-free without the epidural. So that's pretty huge. Yeah. Okay, Nasa, you're last.
Last but not least. I think I'm Nasa. I started in February. Always my sister. Anyways, I kind of like Janine, I kind of fell off taking it this last probably about a week and a half. I've been doing renovations and stuff on my house. But when I started it, I got into it. I used to be a foster parent, and I worked with level 5 kids, and this last go round kind of set me into a lot of anxiety. I think I had my own PTSD with it. So looked at this as kind of part of an opportunity, but also something to take and help. Now that I've kind of been not taking it for this last kind of week, because I've been so busy drywalling and fixing up my house to sell, I keep forgetting. And every morning I've been like, oh God, this is too hard to get out of bed. So I have to remind myself tonight. I've got a note on my thing, because for a while I was getting out of bed and it wasn't hurting. I've got a chronic hip and my back that really hurt. I've got my one daughter on it who's she wanted to try it. She suffers from society, anxiety, social anxiety. Really sensitive to that. She says it's been really helping with her work. She works in a vet clinic. My other daughter has been giving it to their dog since I got the pack, and he's actually so much calmer. He's getting up and down. He's just a different dog. He's always been friendly and everything like that, but he's just much calmer. He's just really great with their little one, and not having such anxiety and barking all the time. And she's noticed that he's stopped licking a lot.
That's awesome. Yeah, the licking, I hear that. Well, there's a few testimonies. Well, I actually posted one where that one dog licked its skin raw.
Yes, that was raw.
Yeah, and it healed it up, so it stopped the dog from doing that.
because I have a dog that does that. So I just actually bought a bottle off Kevin and Tracy. So our dog's going on it too. Our whole family's going to.